Hey everyone, this is Gary Martinez. I am the owner of Simple Fitness Autism, and I wanted to do my introduction video today. As you can see, I'm walking and talking because it makes me feel good. It's more comfortable for me. I'm introverted, so like looking at the phone here is it can be intimidating. It's like looking into the sun. Can't do that for a long time. It's just too much. So I wanted to share my services and share a little bit about my story. So I became a personal fitness trainer back in 2012. You know, before you graduate your school, you have to intern or extern, whichever one that is, and you got to do so many hours of that, and then you're complete. So I chose the YMCA because I used to go to the YMCA. I started going there back in the 80s, so I really liked that place. So I did my internship there, externship, whatever, which one that is. And basically it's like, okay, you're coming here to do your hours. And they said, all right, get your hours done. Here's a list of all these group classes so you can get them done as soon as you can. Go for it, knock yourself out. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm taking all these classes. Now, originally, I wanted to work with athletes, which a lot of us do in school. You know, as I played sports and all that. But I was taking all these group classes, right, to get all my hours done. And I took one called Silver Sneakers. Never heard of it before. I go in there and I notice we have to sit in chairs, and that it's mainly older people that come in there because perhaps they cannot at the moment, or they need a different way to exercise. So we sat in chairs, or we stood up in chairs, or used a chair for support. And in that class, we used like resistance bands, lightweight, sponge ball, other tools in there. And the instructor was just so positive, and all these people that came in there, whether they're on their walkers or pulling their oxygen tank, they were just so passionate to be there. It was like a brotherhood. So I enjoyed the energy. And later on, I decided to take the Silver Sneaker workshop classes so I can learn how to teach it, but also I wanted to know those exercises so I can remember them and use them. So with that being said, I worked at the Y. They actually hired me right after I finished. You want to work here? Yep. So I worked there for 2 years, and then after that I decided to become a independent fitness trainer in 2014 because I wanted to work more with older people, which I did, and I got to modify exercises. And I also earned other certifications. Some of that was TRX, kettlebells, etc. And so I was enjoying that. And then I was like, now I want to start working with autistic people too, so I can bring all these modified exercises, because if we can't start off by working out on machines and need a little extra support, doesn't have to stop us. We can use a different kind of equipment. So that's what I really enjoyed. Taking a step further back from that, I had also learned how to implement a lot of sensory activities from watching occupational therapy. So if you don't know, now you know. I'm a single father of two, have a 14-year-old son. He's amazing, and I have my daughter who's 18. She's amazing, and she's actually autistic. So I got to learn when we were in occupational therapy all kinds of sensory exercises, and then I kept educating myself on those exercises, activities, sensory, and then I started to implement those with regular fitness exercises as I saw them fit into someone's program. Based on where their starting point was. So it goes a little further back. So I go backwards now for a minute, where my daughter, you know, we had to overcome some sensory challenges. So we learned together from our OT and then from ourselves as we took the activities home to implement, and created our own exercise program. And that involved a lot of role play, as we are fascinated with a lot of Disney movies, and how to just fluidly make exercise routine based on favorite movie scenes from a movie, and how we make the good characters win and we stop all the evil characters, and we do exercise in all that to make it fun. So that's why I now like to work with our autism community. And some of the services, well, the services I do offer is one-on-one fitness training. And if you're local, that could be anywhere at the gym, your location, at a park. And if you're not local, I also offer virtual fitness one-on-one classes. So we can just get very creative and do it virtually on a video call. I also do small group fitness. So same deal, local, we can do it in person. Vice versa, virtual, we can get creative and do that small group class virtually. And let's see, okay, last but not least is fitness consulting. So if you just want to like collaborate with me and have a little chunk of time together to create a program together or to answer any type of fitness related questions, all those sorts of things, then I have the consulting services also. So that is that right there. A little bit more about myself is that in my free time, so I like being a dad, is spending time with my kids. So whether that is going to a particular ARC thrift store of the day that we choose, and we're looking for like what kind of princess doll can we find from a Disney movie. That leads to an adventure that if we find one, cool, we won. If we don't, hey, can we go to another one? And we're kind of doing a little adventures. Or I may be going to the gym and we're getting a workout on and swimming too and just doing different things at the gym. I have learned last year, I took some general tests and I did score high for autism and Asperger traits. This is not an official diagnosis where you got to invest and take that official test, but they were the basic test, and that's how I scored. So I kind of on also my own self-discovery journey right now, where I'm learning more about myself and who I am, so I can help myself out in life also. And it kind of makes sense going back to my childhood to now, where I remember doing a lot of things repetitively or isolation. So for me, with that background, it just makes me just really passionate, having the ultimate patience and understanding to work with our community. I love it, I enjoy it, it's fun. And last but not least, another thing that I really like to do is I'm obsessed with the 80s decade. I'm a Gen X person, so growing up during that time, man, I still to this day love watching 80s movies, listening to 80s music, and also the 90s decade too, with both of those. So that's a little bit about me. I spoke a lot. Being an introvert, that's pretty good. And if you want to share something about you, go for it. Thank you, and I'll talk to you later.